Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ngani Titan. I'm taking my first look at the DW2. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But I recently purchased that because I started playing the German tanks as part of the tail end of the Dunkirk operations. And I thought while I was at it I might get the German house in order, so to speak, so that I could make a firm run for the E75 and E100 to go up along the German heavy tank line is sometime in the near future as a kind of a break from other stuff. So I had a couple of battles in it, and then I had this battle in port while I was still stock as far as I remember. It's actually a pretty decent heavy tank. It's got the same gun for the first couple of packages, which is a bit of a derp gun. Muzzle velocity is really low. There's a very high arc on long range shooting, so shooting on the move at long range isn't recommended. And the other thing about it is that penetration is pretty poor and the gun handling is absolutely lousy. The final gun is the 50mm German anti-tank gun that you get in a lot of German low tier tanks. You get in the Panzer III and a bunch of other places, and it's actually a pretty decent gun. Again, the penetration is slightly on the low side, but the gun handling isn't bad, and the damage output though isn't great, but it has a good rate of fire. And I've tried it with both guns. I haven't had too many games now with the 50mm gun, so I can't make a definitive statement, but it's again a matter of taste. If you don't like derp guns, then you won't play it with the 7.5cm gun, because as you can see here, like, I mean, the bounces off. Okay, Panzer II is a very strongly armoured tank, but there's regular ammunition. I think I stick with regular ammunition here, but I mean I bounce quite a lot of shots. I've switched to heat actually, and but you do a nice piece of damage. 115 on a tier 4 is actually good damage, and the heat penetration is actually quite good, so you won't complain. But you can see there, that's a slow shell velocity, and it arcs quite a lot. So it's reasonably well armoured. I mean, I think the armour is excellent actually for the tier of the tank. Obviously it's not an I win button, it won't stop everything. And you would not believe how fast a Matilda will chew through this tank. But it will put up with quite a bit, and you know, it's easy enough to angle it, and it's not a bad tank, I think. But if you like good gun handling, yeah, it's probably not the tank for you. But then, if you want to play the Tiger, well, you got to play this. The other thing I would say about it is that it is fairly easy to elite it. I mean, I haven't had that many games in it, and I'm within a couple of thousand points of eliting this tank. So I just looked it up there, 12 games in it so far, and I'm within about 2,000 points of eliting the tank. Now that is 2,000 points of eliting it without use of any free XP. There's only a couple of packages in the tech tree, and you'll move through it quite quickly. The only thing is that I want to complete a crew skill before I move out of this tank, so that's probably going to hold me up. That's going to be the biggest hold up. However, I'm going to make liberal use of the large number of tier 2 and tier 3 premium tanks that Wargaming were so kind to give me over the years, mostly for free. One or two of them I think I picked up as kind of packages for this and that, but most of the tier 2 and tier 3 German tanks I got, I think were freebies for first anniversary, second anniversary kind of thing. So that should get me through the tank, and I have the hammer and I have the craft panther. So first class mastery, 850 odd damage, 4 destroyed. Came first by experience, so it's a tier 4 game. So yeah, tier 4 is very good, and struggles obviously with tier 5 and tier 6 tanks. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.